Firstly, thanks to everyone who sent their queries to me in the previous video. I tried to answer back as soon as I can, but I got delayed on a few instances, so my apologies for, or rather to anyone whom I was late in reverting back. Now, the topic for this video is based on the queries that I got on my previous one. Mostly it was related to which course to choose. I would try to clarify a bit more. Go for the ones that you like, and go for the ones that you are confident in delivering. Don't just follow what your agent in your country has tried to sell to you, or don't go for a course that is just on the skill shortage list, because what you learn is something you have to deliver for 8 or 9 hours a day for 5 days a week when you get a job. So be careful in selecting the course. That's the first thing I would say. Now, what do you need to do to select the course? Of course, contact the universities, the institutions who are offering the course. Don't just stick to one. Get the contents of the course and then compare it with another institution. See which one suits you better, which ones you think, because you are the ones who is deciding. And I would say go for one which you have a background in. So if you are from a commerce field, don't just shift to IT randomly because it has got more prospects. Stick to what you have learned so far, because what you have learned are the building blocks and the basics, and you are developing on that when you come to New Zealand. So that's another thing you may consider. One more thing I would say is that contact the institutions. Don't be shy. Don't keep it on yourself. So contact the institutions, ask them about their past students, ask them about the tutors. You can even ask them to contact the tutors, and if you have any questions about the course. So just open up, just be frank. Tell them that, look, you're worried about, the things that probably you sent me, that you are worried about, the prospects. So ask them, what prospects does the course hold in New Zealand, directly to the institution. See what they reply. So that's, those are the two things. And I would say when you decide on a course, don't look back. Don't get kind of hesitant because someone else is telling you something different. Because I looked on the internet, I found so many videos about New Zealand being not good, no jobs and things like that. I can tell you this: if you search for every country, like United States, Australia, New Zealand, I don't know, UK, you will find videos like these. People saying don't come there, there's no prospects. But that doesn't really mean that people are not successful there. It's only the people who are kind of taking out their frustration. But don't count yourself among the people who didn't make it. Try to always look into the positive side, and once you decide something, go for it wholeheartedly. Tell yourself that, look, I have made the best research I can. I have checked all the things that I could, and now I'm starting my course and I'm going to concentrate fully on this. If you learn your course well, if you do well in your course, you get a good job and you'll be able to deliver on it, and it will build your career in New Zealand. The second thing, and I've got a piece of paper here, is people are asking me about the prospects, the jobs. Now, firstly, what I mentioned so far would be probably covering it a bit. I would say once you get a job, you have to deliver on what you have learned 8 or 9 hours a day. So if you're an accountant, you have to do accounts for 9 hours or 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So if you don't like it, if you're not good at it, you won't be able to really build your career. So choose something that you like. That is very, very important. Choose something that you're confident in delivering. Don't be hesitant want to do that, and go for it wholeheartedly. So these are the 4 important things I would say, I would request everyone to follow. When you're a student, when you're starting off, perhaps you will not get the jobs that you think you would. Excuse me. Probably you would get a cleaning job, for example. One of the queries was that, what if I get a cleaning job? And I replied, yes, if you're a student and you have to sustain yourself, go for it. If that is your first job, go for it, because that will help you to earn the money to pay your rent, to buy your groceries, to sustain yourself. Once you're doing that, then look up, see what's available next. Your employer, at least in New Zealand, will not question you why you did a cleaning job when you're a student, because your answer is, I had to sustain myself. No one can doubt that. So don't be shy in terms of that. And slowly, see, New Zealand, or you cannot just come here and become prosperous overnight. It took me about 8 years to gain citizenship. So if you look at my journey, I started off, as a student. I had nothing. I think I had less than $1,000 when I came to New Zealand. My first job was just calling people and setting up appointments in case they want to buy a house or sell their house. Nothing to do with IT. But I sustained. I told myself that, look, I have to pay my bills. If I look for an IT job now and my $1,000 runs out, I have to go back. So I did that. I did work in a market research company. I used to call people and ask about their opinion about different stuff. And then I got a semi IT job, and then I got a full-fledged IT job, and so on and so forth. But you have to build yourself slowly. You have to persevere. I remember, and probably I'm going to finish this video on this. I remember, probably the very first week I came in New Zealand back in 2009. I was standing in a bus stand, and a guy approached me. He was Indian as well, and he just asked me what I was doing, and I just told him that, look, I just arrived in New Zealand probably a week or so back. I just started my course. My institution is just close by. And he said, I'm going back. He said, I'm from India, I'm going back. I didn't get anything. Trust me, get the first plane ticket you can, get the refund from your institution, and go back, because there is nothing here. So that was my first interaction about New Zealand back in 2009. I wanted to feel or find it out by myself. I didn't want to get guided. I didn't want to get guided by other people, what they thought. So I would say the same to you guys. Don't go by the negative stuff. Don't think there are no jobs. There are a website like seek.co.nz is a very good website. See what are the jobs available, and I can kind of by my own experience, I can tell you, if you know your stuff, you know what you're doing, and you can deliver, you will be successful. Thank you guys, and please send your comments and replies, and I try to answer back as best as I can. I don't get paid for promoting New Zealand, so don't think that it's something that I'm trying to sell. It's your choice. I'm just trying to help. Thank you very much, and see you again in the next video. Bye.